And we're back with another episode of On the Record with Tiffany and Kevin.
So is this official? Are we official now? We're not just living together trying this out? Are we just like officially paperwork and everything signed?
You got papers on me.
So
it's official.
All right, it's official. I get to stay, everybody.
It's official.
Now y'all get to see the real me.
I'm only keeping him because he drives me here in the face for the gas. Gas is high. Gas is high. This is how we live now.
Yes.
Who's this wonderful lady with us today?
This is, okay, first I got to give I have to say a couple of shout outs to our sponsors, people who sponsored us during the 1, 2, 3 weekend.
Oh, okay. Why didn't we thank these people last week, Tiffany? Tell me why.
Well, I had a little accident. I was doing my part for my country at the Women's Campaign School at LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson Library, and I was standing at the top of the auditorium, and another lady was falling, and she grabbed me to steady herself, took us both down, and took out my knees in the process.
So you were up for a couple of weeks, like with your knee all up. And
yeah,
that's rough.
I'm still rolling, on the
but you're here.
Side. But that's right.
But you're here.
That's right. So, but I want to say thank you to.
There's a list, baby, right there.
I want to say thank you to HEB. Mac Injury Attorneys, West Care, thank you guys for showing up. They do some of the best work in the community. I want to thank Generations Bank and DCI, Dialysis Clinics Incorporated.
Why do we work with those guys? DCI.
DCI is the only dialysis clinic in the state of Texas that is a nonprofit. And what they do is they take the money from the dialysis treatment, and they put it back into research. They have given over $300 million in research.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Money, yeah. They making them one of the largest funders for kidney research in the country.
Okay.
Awesome.
And then, of course, our partners in the 1, 2, 3 weekend, 10 TV, the African American Network Television, where they have a local feel with a global reach. Thank you, Tan.
And I believe also the Greehey Foundation also participated.
The Greehey Family Foundation, man, we wouldn't have been able to put on our golf tournament if it weren't for the Greehey Family Foundation. Yeah. They came in from the beginning, gave us the seed money to do it, which was $10,000. It's a big amount of money for a golf tournament that nobody had ever seen
or heard of.
Yeah, it was our first annual tournament, so they didn't know whether we were going to roll out big or flop. So, but
it was good.
They gave us the money, and also let us have the golf tournament at the quarry.
Yeah, so that was really good.
So,
and then also the Tobin Centers, because we had the comedy part, which was really, really good.
Yeah, the Tobin Center was
so
excellent,
they
upgraded.
It was awesome.
You were there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and they let us do our comedy part on the stage of the Tobin.
Oh, I see the comedy part. I was just there for the first one.
It.
Oh,
yeah.
she did.
I was there for the first one.
Yeah, she did the journey, as we call it. I was thinking testimonials, but no, everyone said journey. So if we were at a black church, we'd be giving our testimony. So that was good too. And then also the celebrities. We had Scarface is his performance name, but Brad Jordan is his name. So Brad Jordan, aka Scarface, was there.
And his
golf game is pretty
Chris.
good.
Yeah,
And
he
Chris,
does. He has a good golf game.
Yeah, and Chris, and then Bruh Man, a.k.a. Reginald Ballard, and Reginald's wife was lovely as well.
No, I just fell in love with Edith.
Yeah, so he's lucky on that. So if you're listening to this, Reginald, you lucked out, man. Your wife is
His wife is amazing. You know what? I told his wife when I met her that she looked a lot like some of my relatives. My brother was like,
She looks like Shay, doesn't she?
Yeah, now she looks like Shay.
Yeah, she looks
like Shay. That's my younger sister.
All right.
So we
All right. So any other additional thank yous we got to get out of the way since you busted your knee last week and we didn't get to do it?
Well, I do want to thank my ride or die, twin flame, as she says.
Who is this?
You don't know.
No, I don't. Tell me. Your twin.
Lawana Chambers lost a fool.
Oh, no, I can't reach him. We've been married a long time.
Lawana was there for us. Tacit growth strategy. She went and got.
She's awesome.
That's right. And so did Norminia showed up for us and volunteered. That we had volunteers from the African American Chamber of Commerce come in.
Yeah, it was quite a few people.
We were really, really, really blessed.
All right. So let's transition. So
what came out of this?
So what came out of this? Well, what came out of this is one.
Tiffany's unhealthy. We found out.
I didn't say that. So anybody listening, I don't want any hate
mail. That part you couldn't help.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
Tiffany was used as an airbag.
Crash test dummy.
So which messed her up. But when I first came onto the show, everyone knew that we were saying that, hey, we are going to get in shape, right? And so one of the things was that, hey, Tiffany has started talking with Sherri, right? Because I don't know if you've seen her social media, right?
Yeah, we've followed each other for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
probably over a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know a man shouldn't ask this question, but how old are you?
57.
She's 57 and she looks like this, and I'm hating on her. I am. Big time.
I'm not. I'm trying to be Sherri.
Sherri is going to engage with us. It is. Sherri's going to engage and help Tiffany lose weight. So
yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
And get healthy. Sherri's about people being healthy.
Okay.
So
how'd you get involved with this?
Not just hotties.
Well,
if you can have both, let's get both.
Well, but you are a hottie.
That's a husband comment.
But you are a hottie. I'm just going to get you healthy and toned and strong.
Yeah.
So I started competing.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
Competing in what?
I was doing figure competitions. That's how I really started. That's when I kind of transitioned to training, to being a trainer. But I've been training consistently for 30 years, though. I've been a workout buff for 30 years.
Wow.
But it wasn't until I started competing and women were coming up to me and asking me for advice, and I was thinking, I should be getting paid for this. Because I was stopping in the gym, and I was literally like training people, because that's what I do. And I thought, what am I doing? So then that's when I became a trainer 16 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
16
So
years.
I started off in my garage, to an open field, to my storefront.
Okay.
To an open field. So you were one of those people that did.
And I still do.
Boot camp.
We'll go out, throw some sandbags around, and you'll get there. Look, she's looking at me.
Like Sherri.
She was like, nah, I ain't doing all that.
Girl,
Tiffany, you will get there, baby.
I'm limping.
You will get there.
All right.
You're not gonna be limping for long.
It's not gonna be sandbags today.
The journey for Tiffany is more, like that. It's a mindset. And I think now you finally have that mindset, because we actually ran into each other last October. I actually did a radio show, an interview in the same building, and I was walking out and she was coming in. And that's when
Tiffany's never met a stranger.
we were following each other on Facebook already. But we hadn't seen each other in person yet.
And I'd seen
Tiffany
all
went,
her fitness
"Are you
stuff."
Sherri Braxton?" I went,
That's exactly what I said.
"Yes." And then we acted like we knew, we hugged, and it was like, and then we kept in touch, and she said, I'm gonna get with you. Now, she did a couple of times. She reached out to me, but your schedule was crazy, so she did try. But I knew that you were gonna come for me.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna come for me, girl.
So the idea of this, right, is that one of the things in the kidney space, and I call it the kidney space, and I have to get out of that language because I always think of business, right? I think lines of business. So Tiffany she's giving me the eye, like it's not kidney space, right? So in kidney care, right, one of the things that's super important is diet. and diet causes a lot of issues there. And so the thought behind this collaboration is that we want to show people that we're going to do work with, she's going to do all this stuff, right? But then she'll also provide simple things that you can do for yourself if you're at home, whatever stage that you're in, one, to lose weight, and two, a lot of the foods, right? You don't eat fancy foods. A lot of stuff you'll be able to get from H-E-B, and we are working with some people who are chefs. Is that the proper term? I want to say
yes.
Who are chefs who are going to make a bunch of stuff.
She's going to be getting all the big time, a chef. Girl, go to H-E-B, get some chicken breast, some fish.
No, we work with the chefs to make recipes.
Some ground turkey meat.
We want flavorful. Can you make it flavorful?
Yeah, Mrs. Dash seasoning. That's how I roll. If you ask any of my clients, they're going to tell you.
I have that too, by the way.
And they come in every single flavor.
They come in a lot.
But what if you're like me? So what if you're like not like me? But what if you're somebody who just wants?
Now you sound like my husband.
What if I want some flavor and I don't want chicken breast and broccoli and rice? That'll drive me crazy.
You know what you do? Are you talking about like seasoning or just the food?
I want some food. Yeah, I want to be able to eat but not die.
You can mix it up. You can do like a stir fry, a healthy stir fry. And you can do like the rice.
You can add herbs.
Yeah,
there are
all
so
natural,
many
like onions
herbs
and
that you can add.
Pepper.
There's sage. There's thyme.
I'm looking forward to this challenge.
It's all kinds of things. The thing is,
who cooks at the Smith household?
It is a mindset. So some of the things you're going to see us do, right, is that on accountability that we promise is that we're going to post the times that we're working out, because I'm going to be doing it too, right? And then we're going to stream live on Facebook. We'll do Sherri's Facebook stream to show, hey, Tiffany and Kevin aren't just talking that trash, they're actually doing it. We showed up and we did it. Because Tiffany has a cousin who did that. Dude, that guy got trimmed really quick and he's buffing up. Remember when Daryl Jr. did that? And so also we can do that and inspire people. Yeah.
Daryl Jr.'s story is really inspiring because he was 21 when he went to renal failure on the side of the road. He was overweight.
Yep. No, he wasn't overweight, right? I'm overweight. No, Daryl was a big guy. He was huge.
Yeah, Daryl. Yeah. And so Daryl, maintained that heavy weight for years.
He was 21?
At 21. Yeah, he's my inspiration. He's 30 now, right?
He's like 31 now. By the time he was 27, I think 27, he's kind of got fully formed male. He decided to make some changes health-wise.
Well, it's got to hit you.
And when he did, he lost 147 pounds, lifting weights, eating clean. He's a chef. He's a chef.
Yep.
On top of that, and so he
started working out and posting and holding himself accountable on Facebook, because I tapped in and started. He does.
He got a kidney transplant. His kidney is working beautifully. He's working as a
he's a prison guard now, right?
As a sergeant.
No, he got promoted.
Yeah, he got promoted to lieutenant.
I follow you on Facebook, Daryl, so I'm stalking you.
Okay, Daryl, I haven't been paying attention.
You're my inspiration, man.
But he's doing really well.
Yeah.
And that you can do this. And he'd been on dialysis for years. He did that on dialysis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a life change. I mean, you have to. I mean, when your health is in jeopardy, you have to make some changes, and you have to. And the thing is in the beginning, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not.
But you have to have your mindset. Who are you doing it for? Yourself.
Yes.
You want to be around for your kids. You want to be healthy for your husband, and you want you want your whole.
You don't want to be a
burden
on the people that you care about.
It's all about. It's a mindset.
Right.
And you're gonna feel
and
so
sticking
much better.
to it.
Feeling
well,
better.
I'm training. I'm training out
right
of
now.
spite, because I keep telling Tiffany I'm not dying. She's not taking my insurance money, going to get a younger man and spend my money.
Oh my God, that sounds like my husband.
So I am training completely out of
Because
spite
that's
and
exactly
motivation.
what I'm thinking of doing. No, I would not do that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
whatever. They say that because I'm alive.
You're on. I'm proud of you. You are ready. I can tell that you're ready. When you called me that one day. No, I called you, and then you called me, and then we talked about it that Monday. And right away, you came right out and said to me, "I'm ready to do this."
I'm ready.
And when you're ready, you gotta,
And I'm not competing, but it brings the competitive nature in me out. But
Well, I got two men trying to compete against me, so we gotta beat them because it's him and Cleto.
And the food is really important.
The food's important.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like there's going to be days that
It's
you are
80%
going.
of it is the
yeah,
food.
75 to 80, but you're going to be. It's going to be a day that you're going to be. "Oh, I don't want to eat another chicken breast. I don't want to eat any more sway fish. I don't want to eat." And then you're going to be smelling something. See, he's already cringing, so you're going to be good. You're going to be good. You're going to win because he's already doing that. So it's going to be those days, and that's when you got to.
And
You gotta push it back.
The thing that I want, the thing that I want to show people is that we're gonna do this not almost. We're gonna do this very. I would think it's self-absorbed from my viewpoint, but I'm changing that. Is that we're gonna begin to stream this and do this vlog style. So we're gonna roll with that. So you're gonna see this kind of stuff in real time. So it's not like, oh yeah, hold a minute, let me get the light right. Now we will work on the lighting and get our light right in our house.
It's gonna be raw.
So it's gonna be raw. You're gonna see us
No
doing it
makeup.
right. So that's what you're going to see there.
Oh, it's really gonna be raw.
No makeup.
No makeup. Now I'm
You're
not
gonna
promising
no
no
it's
makeup.
going to be Sherri Fitness raw.
All right, so let's talk about this, right? So one of the things that I really like when we bring on guests, even about knowing about people, is their why. So tell us a little bit. Where are you from? Were you born here in San Antonio?
No, I'm a military brat.
Okay.
So my mom is from here, but I grew up in Maryland.
Okay.
So
what parts of Maryland?
I pretty much grew up overseas. I was born in England, and we went from England to Crete to Turkey, to then we lived here for a while, and then we went back to Air Force. My dad was retired Air Force, and then we went back to Maryland. I grew up. My dad was stationed in Fort Meade, Maryland, so we lived in like Glen Burnie area. But my dad's from Baltimore.
Okay.
And so after a brief marriage, I moved to San Antonio with my parents because they wanted to retire here. And that's where I met my husband, who was in the Air Force. So, military.
You two are a perfect complement to one another.
Oh, thank you. He aight. Sorry, babe. No, you good.
All right, so that's okay.
That's
so
what I say about him.
Yeah, he aight.
I'm gonna keep us on track here. All right, so you moved here. So what year did you move here in San Antonio?
I moved here in '93, and that was when I started hitting it hard even more.
What were you
Working
getting?
out?
With my working out because I developed anxiety and depression from my first marriage. So when I moved here, the doctor in Maryland said you need to work out and you need to do more. So when I moved here, that's when I started doing more. And I'm telling you, it was amazing.
Did the working out help with the anxiety and depression?
Yeah, I mean, you still need other things, but that's one of the things that they want you
to do
is to work out and eat right, because that helped. Because if you're eating a lot of sugar, that's gonna you're gonna get more depressed, and you're gonna have. And I was having anxiety attacks, so it just messes you up more. So I cleaned up my diet, and then that's when I got into even working out even more. So
walk us through the process, right? So this is the part that I think people, and I always hope someone called me the other day.
A lot of people are going.
Yeah, a lot of people are going through that, going through anxiety, depression with COVID.
And they're coming out with it more because it used to be. I was embarrassed years ago. I didn't want to tell anybody.
So where'd you start at? Did you just start as far as your diet, right? So let's say I'm there at the house. I'm feeling the way I'm feeling for whatever reason, right? So what would be the starting point you would tell me to start at, right?
Like you just starting off?
I'm just starting off.
Yeah.
Right.
And eating, clean out your house.
Oh, you mean go through
your cupboards?
You mean go through like
your
we're gonna?
Cupboards, because I used to do that in Florida. When I lived in Florida,
Then
I'd be
we'll
like,
have Sherri come to our house.
because
Yeah,
the
I'll
thing
come with
is,
Sherri.
when you
Cupboards.
have already, if you're buying a chicken breast and you're getting healthy food and you got all this stuff in your house.
Fruit Loops
and
don't count as healthy food?
No, that's
Fruit
15
Loops?
grams of sugar.
That's a morning breakfast. I like that. I like
no.
Fruit Loops.
So when
It's
you
not breakfast. I told you that.
it's not,
And the girls.
and that's you have
There's
and
nothing.
you have kids, so
If it tastes like.
I would at least start getting your sugar like less than because I have an 11-year-old, so I really rarely give him cereal. I mean, it's like they're not gonna really care. I mean, when you think about it, it's just not good.
Okay.
It's just
nothing
not.
All right, so I need to get rid of my Fruit Loops.
I would.
What about
Because before you bring in the good food, you got to get the trash out first.
Lord.
I'm just saying. So if we're going to do this right, we need to get rid of. But you do have kids, so you want to.
Nah, everybody's suffering. If I can't eat Fruit Loops, nobody's eating Fruit Loops. Nobody. We're done.
You still have kids, so there's certain things like my son. We have little stuff in there that he like. I mean, I don't keep ice cream in the house. Mm-hmm. Now, if he wants ice cream, I'll go and get the little pint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so he doesn't even. It's like a normal thing for him, because he's like, he was talking to his friend. His friend said something. They were talking about ice cream, and he was like, yeah, my mom and dad never keep ice cream in the house.
They're depriving me.
We go out and get it. And what I do keep is the sugar-free popsicles in there.
Oh.
And they're good. And my son loves them. Before he knew they were sugar-free, he was tearing them up. Then one day, he went in there and looked at the box and said, Mom, these are sugar-free? And I'm like, don't you like them? Yeah, they're good.
All right.
So you got to clean it up.
All right. So we're going to have Sherri come in and get rid of my Fruit Loops. And
I'm going to be clean up Sherri Fitness, okay?
All right, so we start there with a diet, right? So do I need anything special? Do I need to go out and buy $100 worth of XYZ supplement that's going to, raise my blood pressure, cause me to feel lightheaded or anything like that?
I mean, there are things that, are you taking vitamins? And if you're taking
Look at
multivitamin.
I'm not taking vitamins. I got inches. I got 2 or 3 inches.
No, just multivitamins, like every day. Like if you're taking multivitamins and you're getting
Tiffany
enough,
does.
I take a multivitamin.
Stuff that you need for energy,
Okay.
You can use your food. Your healthy food can be your energy.
But Fruit Loops, okay. So if I don't take vitamins and I eat Fruit Loops.
Everybody,
Fruit Loops are
don't
terrible.
get rid of the Fruit Loops, everybody. Okay, they're bad. They're bad.
All right, so I got vitamins, and that start there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Get your vitamins but you got to get rid of the
trash food.
The trash food
processed
first.
food.
All right. So no. What about vodka and bourbon? Did I?
Okay, then I'll bring some Crown Royal over. We'll just have a party.
I'm just saying, I'm being honest with my life, right?
So alcohol,
I love bourbon.
Yeah, and you know what? And I love to drink too.
I don't like beer, but I love bourbon.
And that's what I had to do because I love wine, and I love to drink. But you'll never see me. A lot of people didn't even know I drink because I'm not on Facebook going here. I'm drinking. I don't do that. So as a trainer, I don't promote alcohol, but I do love to drink. Okay. So that's where you have to. Just like you'll eat a piece of cake or a piece of candy in moderation, you have to drink in moderation. When you get to that point and you're like, set, you have your schedule set for how you're going to eat and train, then you can kind of get out of the box a little and have that drink.
Have a cheat day or something.
Well, no, a cheat meal, baby.
A cheat meal.
Tiffany wants to fall completely off with a bandwagon.
Tiffany's like,
what's the day we can do whatever we want to do?
No, Tiffany's like, a cheat day. No, it's a cheat meal. I had clients that came to me actually, and they were like slow and doing. I was like, what did y'all do? What did y'all eat this weekend? What's wrong with y'all? Well, I had my cheat. And I was like, yeah, but you just had your one cheat meal. Oh, I cheated all day. They got up for breakfast, went to IHOP, and you know who I'm talking about. Went to IHOP, went to lunch, had some ice cream, whatever in between, went to dinner. And when she came in Monday, the girl can barely move.
All right, so you telling me probably the toughest part is going to be what, the first 3 weeks for me?
The first month.
When I got to sweat out all the bourbon? Because Tiffany bought me some really nice bourbon.
Yeah, because I'm going to,
probably have to give it away now.
We'll smell it. No, don't give it away.
I have to give it away because, I'm like a crackhead. No. If it's in the house,
but that's where you got to learn, Kevin.
Okay,
that's where you got to learn.
All right.
You can't get rid of stuff. You got to have it in there, and you got to have willpower. We got to work on that.
No willpower.
All right, now, you've been listening to On the Record with Tiffany
and Kevin. It's official.
Here on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And come on back so you can hear some more about our fitness challenge. On the Record with Tiffany and Kevin.
Tiffany was talking smack once we went in between this section here.
talking
So
smack.
not that we're competitive, but we are.
Yes.
Right. So
and he threw down the gauntlet. Remember that, people.
so Tiffany.
This is the gauntlet thrower.
All right. So I was telling
Kevin L.
Tiffany
Smith.
that I'm going to beat her in this competition. Not
You
that there's
will
a competition.
not beat me. You will
But
not
back in the
beat
day,
me.
I used to lift some weights, right? Back in
Yes,
the
he
day.
did.
Back in the day being like
That's how
4 or
he
5 years
bamboozled
ago.
me into-
Because I was a good looking
Back in the
guy.
day, 4 or 5 years ago.
That's how
Yeah.
he sucked me in. That's how he
Hey,
got all
look,
of this.
I was a good looking guy. I still am, okay? Let's just be real with
That's
it.
right. And
All
you
right.
still have a hottie on your arm. So
I do.
remember
right.
that.
I have a
You do.
competitive audience.
You
So
do.
what we've done, so Tiffany was talking trash about me and Cleto. Because Cleto, he's going to be in it.
Cleto has thrown down the gauntlet, and Cleto, I wasn't talking trash about you. What
Yes,
I
she
said was
Join in.
is that it's going to be you and Cleto against me.
Me and who? You got a
Me and
professional. Sherri's a professional.
Yes, she is. She's a professional, and she would even be willing to give you two hard heads some pointers.
All right, let's continue. This is it's on, all right? All
Okay,
right.
yeah,
so
it's
Sherri,
on. Yeah,
you were
guys are
asking me
riding high.
one of the things we got to find out, right? Because I turned 50 in December, right? And so one of the things that I have to be aware of is that I just can't do this like I did, say, when I was 30 or 20. I would just start working out, right? I wouldn't do things like check my blood pressure. No, I have to take my medication, make sure I can't come off my medication. There's all this stuff when you get old. There's like a protocol. I've got to check my blood pressure, make sure I'm on the
Talk to
right
your
medicine,
doctor.
talk to my doctor. I got to take all that stuff
physician.
serious now. As before, like when I was 20, I'd be like, I ain't doing all that. But I've got to do that now, or else Tiffany's going to have my insurance money with some younger dude. It's not happening.
He keeps coming back to the same
Train out of
thing.
spite, man. Train out of
Same
spite.
thing.
All right.
But Kevin,
So what was
Kevin,
I've done my list.
first of all-
what else? Tell me more.
age is only a number.
No, it's
Because
real.
when you're 20 or 21, you should still
Mm-hmm.
be getting yourself checked out to make sure, because there's 20-year-olds that go to the hospital for something minor, and then they find out they have something
Something major.
something serious that's
We-
going on. So
yeah.
at any age, you need to get checked out.
Okay.
But when you're
Thank you, Sherri.
but
See,
when
that's
you're
what a professional will tell
when
you,
you're like
Kevin.
40 and up, somewhere like that, that's where it's more like, what limitations do you have?
None.
Because if you're 50 years old and you have nothing going on
That I know about.
then we just start off. I think if you're not a regular workout person, you just need to start off kind of like not easy, but with no limitations, we can kind of like move.
Okay.
You can move in there.
Yeah, you can move
and
along quickly.
Yeah.
So at my house, okay, so I don't know what Cleto has at his house, but this is what
He
I have
said
in
he
mine.
has everything.
All
There's
right.
a lot of stuff there.
All right, Cleto's going to join in with me, and we're going to beat the two of you.
We're going to
I'm
go
loving
look
this.
at Cleto.
Okay, so at my house,
what
right?
do you have?
Just so you know, Sherri Fitness is very competitive, and I don't like to lose. So Tiffany,
not losing, Sherri.
Tiffany, guess what?
We will not
no,
lose
no,
against these
no. Guess
fools.
what? Guess what, girl? You are good because we've already won.
We have.
So now make sure that you have. Look, he's mad. So make sure.
Whatever.
Make sure
You
you
even mad
make
when we
sure-
take that trash bag to those Fruit Loops. Boom, your fruit
Yeah, it
going
needs
in
to
the
go.
trash.
Now I will help you out with that.
Oh, you're going to be kind?
Now that, because my girl
No,
is
it'll
in
be
the
thrown
house.
out.
My girl's in the house, so
I already told you.
y'all are
to take it
together.
out.
So I got to make sure that there's nothing in there. But that's probably the first thing that we do need to get rid of.
All right.
Is that stuff in the house.
So
Because
Sherri-
I don't want my girl being jacked up.
All
over
right,
that.
so I'm going to show you guys what's in what's in our cupboards is bad, right? I got Fruit Loops, I got ramen
keeps
noodles.
mentioning that darn
no,
Fruit Loops?
because I got boxes of
He
Fruit
has
Loops. I'm
Fruit
serious.
Loops,
I got
he
like
has
What do you mean
Frosted
boxes?
Flakes.
I probably
he
got like a
has-
month and a half supply of Fruit
He has
Loops.
Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes. Just all these.
I got
children's
pancakes.
cereals.
I have
no,
like junk.
don't get me wrong.
No, yeah, we can
But
have
also,
that.
the cereal is just watching the sugars. Like, you don't want to eat cereal that's like 15, 16, 17 grams of sugar. If you go down
love
to like,
that.
say, 6 to 7, and you're eating it in the morning. Now, with you,
if you see Raisin Bran,
yeah,
that's me. I like Raisin Bran.
But with you, we're knocking out all the cereals, okay? There's not going to be any cereals with you at all.
And that's fine.
And that's, you know.
All right, so...
When you see the Raisin Bran and the...
Raisin Bran is
when
like,
Tiff and I are like this,
raisins.
so she's all
put more
competitive.
sugar in it because they want it because it's got the brand.
Yeah, so Tiffany's all stirred up and go. So it's going to be interesting competition we're going to have here. Not just saying.
It's
so,
not really. We're going to win. I mean, because you know.
All right. So at our house, so this is what we have at our house, right? So we have a bench press, we have a squat rack, we have a deadlift platform. It's got a lot of stuff on it in the garage, like Christmas stuff. We have a spinning bike. We have two, and then we have this other device that I don't like. What is that called?
A rower?
The elliptical.
No.
Elliptical?
Elliptical.
That's a good one.
And then we have
What else do we have?
my incumbent bike.
And then we have Tiffany's incumbent bike.
Do you have weights?
I have weights. Yes.
Like they go up to what?
Dumbbells.
I have 300. No, I have 650 pounds of weights.
Okay, that's good.
I do a little.
And anything that I'm working with Tiffany on that's different, I will bring it.
I don't need your help.
I will bring it. I will bring it sandbags and whatever we need to do.
All right.
Because sometimes we might, when the weather gets cooler, we need to go to like a park.
Okay.
Or something and
do some fun stuff.
some things, yeah.
Y'all be fun.
It's really hot right now, but and you know you do you and you'll be good.
All right, this is how bad my competitive nature is, right? We live in a neighborhood where I've noticed on the grass, my grass is not as green as my neighbor's grass,
I get
one
like
to
that
the
too.
right or to the left. And I'm like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Because his grass is a little bit greener and thicker. And so yesterday morning I got up and I was watching Mr. Cortez. I was like, what is he doing? Why is his grass greener than mine? And then also the neighbor to the left, right? So, you know, he's out there every morning before and he's watering with a water hose
Yes, I know.
every
Mr.
inch of the
Cortez
thing.
is retired.
Is he retired? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I don't
When
care.
you're retired, you can do
Well,
whatever.
anyway, I have to go in and I got to do my grass.
takes
He said, I don't care.
He takes a little nipper and he hand nips.
Yeah, he have time to do it.
Every single bush in his yard.
Well, his grass
else
is
has that kind of
fabulous.
time.
So anyway, but there's another guy around the corner. I saw what he was doing, and he does. I forget what he does, right? But what he does is he showed me some of the stuff that he was doing, and it's the same thing Mr. C's doing when he's spraying his. So I'm going to do the same thing there. Because I think Cortez put his stuff out earlier and didn't tell me.
Well, thank you for giving us this
Anyway,
great
that's the
insight.
competitiveness.
Yeah,
That's the grass here. So, so we have that going on, right? So I got my trash talking wife and her trash talking trainer.
And trash talking
Who is
for
going
that,
to win?
we need to spank
I
their
don't
behinds.
lose when it comes to training.
So the last few
Then we
weeks,
set some goals, and then
you want to make them public?
oh yeah, we can make them public. We will sit down and set some goals and make them public.
When you want to make them public? Since you talking smack,
When are you ready to make them
I'll
public?
give mine on Friday. I'll give them to Friday.
Public on the next On
Next-
the record with Tiffany, those goals are going to be there.
It'll be public?
That's
All right.
right, Mouth Almighty.
All right. So what we're trying to do, hey, this isn't fun, but not really. Okay. So
Yeah, that's
one of the
true.
things that
Don't
we're
be trying to play with my alarm clock so I don't get up on time.
Hey, I'm not going to do a Kobe Bryant on you, tell you not to train. I'm not going to do that to you yet. All right. So
Kobe did that to
but
people.
one of the things that we wanted to do is inspire people to get excited about their health, because during COVID, I mean, I put on 2 inches during COVID. Now, these are first world problems. I get it. Tiffany reminds me they're first world problems. But I noticed my suits were fitting tighter. And I was like, oh, my God, what's up here? Did they dry clean my suits wrong? Something's wrong. I literally was thinking this, right? And then, you know, my lovely,
eating
joyful
Fruit
wife, while eating Fruit Loops, Tiffany says, hey, nobody's ever, in the history of dry cleaning,
shrink.
nobody's suits have ever been shrunk. You've grown. I was like, what?
Is that how she said it?
Oh,
You've
oh,
grown.
yeah, you've
She
grown.
was trying to be nice.
Oh, yeah. I was just like-
That's Tiffany, that's her being nice, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah. So long story short, I think the dry cleaning people did shrink my suits a little bit. But when I went to I have a friend who took me to a tailor, right, and which is who got my suits, and he was measuring me, and I felt like I was at the hospital. He was like, Kevin, man, you've added 2 inches to your chest. You got 2 inches on your arm.
And now it's 2 inches from.
And I was just like, VJ, if I wanted to feel like this, I'd go to the doctor. Dude, just take my measurements and send me my fat suits here in a couple of weeks, and we'll be on our merry way. But
that's what he's been called.
Now the COVID thing.
Yeah, I know it's an excuse, right? Look at you.
I'm sitting here. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. The COVID thing, I just can't. People calling me, Sherri, I'm COVID 20.
I'm
COVID 15. I'm COVID 5. I'm like, come on. When we were stuck, I'm sorry. I'm just a no excuse trainer. When we were in the shutdown, my place shut down too. We're all in the house doing whatever. There's still an outside with a street.
What? I don't
backyard in your driveway,
and there were people who were
and there were
parks,
and you can still do whatever because I mean even if you don't, I mean I have a gym inside my house, but I'm just saying that I knew a lot of people that didn't, and they were asking me what they can do. So I'm just saying that there's always things to do. So the COVID thing, I'm sorry, I just can't go, really. I mean, no.
So you saw people either, one, roll the Kevin Smith and Tiffany method of, hey, COVID is there, we're busy, we got all this other stuff going on, I'm going to eat, a bag of Fruit Loops a day.
I'm gonna nickname him Fruit Loops.
I'm telling you can call me Fruit Loops, right? Between Fruit Loops and Honey Smacks.
Oh my God. I haven't had that in
Those are my favorite cereals. I love them. I eat them a lot. I mean, I love those cereals.
We need to get to your house. Y'all, I might follow them to their house and get rid of those honey
smacks.
Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Raisin Bran.
And also, now Raisin Bran was me. and he likes also Frosted Flakes.
Oh yeah.
Now my husband.
I could eat those forever.
Loves Frosted Flakes. Mm-hmm. Now he's a workout buff. Now
but your husband is like, you're like ripped.
But I've been on him though, because sometimes he would like to eat it as a snack late at night. So now this is where men get where you're hard headed, and you remind me a lot of my husband too. Babe, I'm sorry, I got you, but he will 10 o'clock at night. He used to eat the cereal.
Boom.
And I'm a trainer, and I'm like, babe,
what are you doing?
Can't eat that. I worked out, and this is my time, and I want to enjoy because I eat clean all day because I make sure he whatever. And he was just like, this is my time. So then he starts seeing he started getting bloated, and then he was like, then he cut it out. He barely eats cereal anymore, but he was a cereal freak too. Yeah. He ate cereal every night. And now it's gradually stopping because as men especially start getting older, it starts to sit right there.
It sits in your stomach.
If you don't do stuff right.
And right now, cereal will take me out.
Yeah. Well, women, women, most women, their problem is not eating enough. So you're waiting 8, 9, 10 hours. And then you know your stomach's growling. You know you need to eat.
Well, what type of food should I eat? Not I, but if I'm a woman, right?
What type of food should I eat?
I'm not saying anything about you. I'm trying to figure this out.
He's trying to get some tips.
So,
are you talking about snacks? Look,
no, not snacks.
5 meals.
5 meals.
5 small meals through the day. So you're going to have your breakfast, your snack, your lunch, your snack, your dinner. And you don't have to eat, we'll work out your plan because I know your body is probably not used to eating so much food throughout the day. Yep. So we'll make her meals really small because the more that you're eating throughout the day and you're spacing out your meals every 2 to 4.5 hours, you're speeding up your metabolism. And that's what's going to help you lose weight. So if you're eating a big breakfast and then you go 6 hours and then you eat something, then you go another, you're slowing your metabolism down and you're storing body fat. Mm-hmm. And that's most of my clients when they come to me. Once you start eating right on schedule and you, after 4.5 hours, you got to eat something, even if you're not hungry. Get a handful of cashews, something like that. I was just going to say
a handful of sugar smacks. I'm in.
We go.
No sugar smacks, Kevin.
Tiffany,
You
girl.
get a smack.
I single-handedly
We
made her
gotta
stop
win,
doing
girl. We gotta win because him and Clayton, they're gonna be eating their honey smacks and drinking bourbon.
I told Cleto, you can't be, because Cleto was like, he runs his show.
Girl, let
He was
them
doing
do
his
their
show,
thing.
and he has a show 5 days a week, and Cleto does the show at different Mexican restaurants every single day, and I was like, you can't be eating tacos every day.
I mean, did you see him eating it?
No, I didn't see him eating it,
Oh, okay.
but he was talking about
the
it.
places he listed. Oh my God! I was just like,
Of
dude,
course he was eating
I want to
there.
go there. Can I set up shop?
You don't need to go there.
But in all seriousness,
Unless you want to
Tom.
get some new suits.
So let's talk about this real quick, right? So let me tell you, in seriousness, which is leading me away from my lifestyle choices, right? I remember at the beginning of COVID, when I was still working, I remember standing up in front of the computer, and I felt like the building was shifting. And I remember going there, I was like, what the hell just happened? And I remember sticking my head out and talking with my boss. I said, hey, Jess, I said, did the building shift or something? She was like, no. I was like, what's going on, right? And that happened, that was like a Tuesday. It was like the whole week. And I was telling Tiff about it like on that Friday or Saturday. And she was just like, dude, did you check your blood pressure? I was like, no, I ain't checked my blood pressure. I'm in good health. She's like, it doesn't sound like
No,
the
you're
weak.
not.
You can't be weak at my house, because the married to this woman, because it's like, really step up to this. So long story short.
During the day, my day job is I'm the president and CEO of the Texas Kidney Foundation. And so yes, Kevin, you stop mouthing that. so I'm always looking at people's health. And what's going on with somebody else's health. So there are certain things like high blood pressure
that was one of them.
kidney disease.
And I had high blood pressure, and so
and it has specific signs. That's
oh yeah,
cool.
and then I was just like, this is freaking nuts, and I was in denial for like 3 weeks. And then my personal physician, he's a friend of ours, right? And so Tiffany was texting him, going, hey. Yeah, your boy here. Talk to your boy because
not listening to me.
But anyway, and so I set up an appointment with him, and he was telling me the story of a friend of his who experienced something just like this, right? Good friend of his, and who happened to be a doctor himself. The guy died of a freaking stroke.
He ignored
He
ignored the symptoms.
Well-known, well-loved doctor.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Ignored
oh
the
my
symptoms.
God. He was telling me, and that story, I was like, dude, give me the pills, line them out. Right, and so being on the blood pressure medicine, right, is what's really prompting me to want to lose weight, because I feel my mortality at 50, right? So now I'm just like, holy crap, Tiffany, I'm gonna die. Tiffany's gonna take my money. What's gonna happen, right? And I know, right, I shouldn't have that.
Tiff's gonna take my money. That's the whole.
So I'm training.
My husband talks like
I'm
that.
training out of spite, right? So I really am.
Gonna
but
take it and go get herself a young
I
high.
don't know. What y'all doing nowadays?
You talking about women?
Yeah, it's tough out there.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
But anyway, and all seriousness aside, right? So we were coming through that, and so I remember ordering I was trying to get weight equipment, right? And they were out. It's like everybody decided to
get
go
weight equipment at the
And
end
so
of the-
I used that as an
But there
excuse.
were a lot of people who were getting,
out.
but they were getting things, and
Not
some of
doing
them weren't
anything.
doing jack.
Yeah, so that's happened to me,
I
right?
don't think they
Wasting other people,
And I
people
could've
that
got
really
some weight
wanted to
stuff.
work out,
Well-
and they're not doing anything.
Well, that's what I have right now. So I have some rogue equipment that's I'm gonna have to dust off. I have weights that are still in the boxes. I got like 650 pounds of weights in the boxes.
There's weights in the boxes in my
Wait,
office.
now, has this been, okay, so are you telling me that this has been since COVID, since the shutdown?
Yeah, she's shut down. Yeah.
Okay.
So you finally
I put
found
on
somebody.
I put on 40 pounds.
So you found
During
somebody
COVID.
who went and bought up a
Literally.
bunch of stuff and didn't do jack
And so
except eat up
and you
Fruit
kept
Loops.
these poor people
Except
that
eat
wanted,
up Fruit Loops.
So
Hey, I
you
had
were-
good intentions.
So you were COVID 40.
I was more like COVID 60. Yeah, because right now I've spotted like 275 pounds. I was
yeah.
like 275.
Yeah, you need to.
I'm right now like 260.
Diet is going to be the main thing. Is have your mind set on not going past 4.5 hours to eat, because a lot of my clients their stomachs don't growl anymore because they ignored their stomach growls. And I remember just
My stomach
measuring
growls all the time.
this client, and she was clearly out there.
The problem is that he feels it was Fruit Loops.
No,
and
but
not
that's the thing is
real
that's
food.
empty calories, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? You're
Yep,
eating.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So when
And
you're
Rice
when
Krispie
you're
treats
when you're
and
eating all
stuff
that
like
stuff,
that.
it's like it's not. All that is that sugar attacking your body.
Oh, it feels good though. But
no, it
hey,
doesn't.
but here's the deal though with
It
sugar,
doesn't.
right?
You know what?
But well, hold on, let me finish. I'm trying to repent, okay? Let me finish my
Because
repentance.
it don't sound
I'm gonna
very
beat the two of you
repentful.
guys in
You
this
will
competition.
not beat us. You
goodness
will not.
gracious.
All right, so here's the deal, right? So on the board, so
It ain't gonna
I
happen.
volunteer as a consultant with Texas Kidney Foundation, right? And one of the doctors on there is world-renowned researcher, and I read one of his papers where he was talking about the impacts of sugar and all of these things, not just on your health, but on your organs and all this stuff.
Sugar and glucose.
So I love, as you can tell, I love sugar. Flavored cereal. I love them. Boy, I'm just right now
didn't know that,
spazzing out
Kevin.
if you didn't know it.
We would not have known.
So, but that right there, because I was talking to him and he was telling me, he was asking me about, we were just talking in general, right? I was telling him about, hey, we're going to do some working out. That's what we're going to do. And he suggested that I read that paper that he did in the 90s, right? And so I read that research paper and I was like, holy crap, right? This isn't going to go well, right? Especially given my history and given where I'm just starting at right now, right? So I can, and it's tough, right? So one, I weigh 265. We just put that out there. And then my blood pressure, I have to watch that. And so that's why I'm taking it seriously. And for me, I'm inspired by competition. Even though it's my wife, I'm gonna have to beat she and Sherri, but it's gonna be well, right?
It's not going to be a competition. But go ahead.
But it's a tough process because there's never a perfect time to do it. Like last week, Tiffany got used as an airbag in her knee.
Yesterday,
and then yesterday, we had a dentist appointment.
Yes.
There.
I went to the dentist because my mouth had been hurting for the last few weeks, and he said that I had on the left upper side, cracked tooth, and then on the right bottom, a cracked crown.
Yeah, and that's just from grinding.
And it's
I do that
anxiety
too.
and grinding
Yeah, and
my
so
teeth.
not wearing her mouth guard. But anyway, I just threw that out there. So anyway, but really that, and after talking with him and talking with my doctor, right, and then all these other doctors on the board, they just all have advice to give, whatever, and turning 50 really, and I was just like, hey, this is a serious situation, and I need to take my health serious, and I want to do it in such a way that's competitive and fun, right, and that inspires other people as well, right, and I want to be able to do it with simple foods. Like real foods and stuff like that. So that's where we go.
That's exactly what
And
we're doing.
you don't have to do anything fancy. Ask my husband. He gets bored a lot. But once you see your health, you're feeling good, you're feeling strong, you'll be fine. You won't even think about those sugar snaps and
No, don't say it right. Don't disrespect my cereal.
okay. Wait, no. Look, all I hear is sugar.
It's sugar smacks.
Now, you guys, all right, everybody. You have been listening to On the Record with Tiffany on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, and you heard the one and only Kevin L. Smith throw down the gauntlet and say that he wants to compete against me. You said you weigh 265.
Yeah, well, I'll
Right now, I weigh 230.8.
What, girl? We let ourselves go during COVID. What happened?
Man, I gained weight.
Me too.
Hey, I said it right here on 9:30 a.m. so everybody hears it.
And
I'm gonna get this weight off. Sherri of Sherri Fitness is gonna help me do that, and we're gonna spank your butt while we do.
Yeah,
so.
because look, I'm like sitting here calm. You know why? Because it's not a competition. Okay?
Not for Sherri.
It's not. I mean,
But- all right,
this is Sherri Fitness, and
Did everyone notice the end? She said On the Record with Tiffany, and she proceeded to go and go on, and she left my name. So
Okay,
are we breaking
on the
up?
record with Tiffany and Kevin.
Thank you. All right.
You've been listening to On the Record with Tiffany and Kevin.
And Kevin.
Thank you, Sherri Fitness.
Thank you. It was
And
fun.
we will be back next
We'll
week.
be back. And she's going to win.
And we're
I'm gonna
posting
win.
goals.
We're going to post our goals next week, and we're going to see.
Now, we can't commit Cleto to that, so I don't want to.
Well, I'm going to talk to Cleto.
You're going to talk trash to
I'm
Cleto.
talk to Cleto. See just where Cleto's mind is at. Anyway.
It's on tacos, baby. He going to rest on the restaurant
I
he's going
already
to.
told Cleto. I'm going to start popping up on him saying, keep those tacos out your mouth.
No, don't worry about what they're doing at all. Don't even worry about it.
Don't assist them. All right. You've been listening to On the Record with Tiffany and Kevin on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.